5:43. We're following up now on the story of a Mesa man uplifting Arizona on one of the biggest stages.
So Mike Bolland takes what some would maybe see as a disability and uses it to his advantage. ABC15's Jordan Bonke joining us live now. Jordan, you spent some time with him and you're finding out, he's really advocating for others in this community.
Yeah, he sure has. When I was trying to find the right words to describe what exactly and who Mike Bolland is, I had to write these down because there's a lot of them. He's a father, he's a husband, he's a professional bowler, he's a cancer survivor, he was a child actor, he's now a podcaster, he's an inventor, he's a mechanic, he's a professional, he's a comedian, and he's able to do it all with one hand.
Yeah, you're willing to sing up on the platform like the rest of the kids.
I'll be so embarrassed. Will I really get to play up there?
At 8 years old, an appointment with a prosthetic maker led Mike Bolland to be cast in the 1974 major motion picture, The Trial of Billy Jack. That opportunity was an aha moment for Mike, that being born without a right hand is only a disadvantage if you let it become one.
Bought this with the money from the Trial of Billy Jack.
Now, at 59, Mike has lived a true American dream story with chapters yet untold. He broke barriers as the first congenital amputee bowler on the PBA Tour, with multiple perfect 300s in his trophy case.
My mom would drop me off at the bowling alley, and I'd bowl all day.
After that, Mike spent 3 decades working his way from the garage all the way up to the corporate offices of Discount Tire.
I'm putting the jets in right now.
Following up with Mike after we first shared his story, there's some things we just couldn't fit in the first one. Like, he's an inventor with patents and trademarks for the two-fisted beer drinker mug.
It shares the beer between, so you can do black and tans, Bloody Marys.
But a pivotal moment in his life was being diagnosed with throat cancer. That battle showed him life is too short and precious to avoid things that scare or challenge you. So he aimed to drain one of the buckets on his list of doing stand-up comedy. His material doesn't shy away from self-deprecation.
Folks, we actually found one of my baby shoes, and one of the things that amazes me is it still fits.
That has since transitioned to his We're Not Stumped podcast, where he interviews people from all over living with limb loss and how they've overcome that adversity. In May, he'll take his motivational and at times funny story to the Herberger Theater for 2 shows.
I really want people to look at others and look beyond their physical appearance and be more accepting of everyone.
So that picture there at the end, that was Mike's mom, Marie. He tells his story about when he was born. The doctors had shared with Marie that Mike was born without a hand, and her response, according to Mike, went along the something lines of, "Is that it? Because I can deal with that." And that is kind of the mantra of Mike Bolland, which is when faced with adversity, embrace it, come out stronger on the other end. Those 2 shows at the Herberger, they're going to be on May 11th, one in the afternoon, one at night itself, and it's appropriate that it's going to be the day before Mother's Day.
Aww.
Jordan Bonke, ABC15. We'll send it back to you guys. How's that a cool story?
Yes, it's so heartwarming. And before we knew about his mom, I thought he must have someone who is just so good in his life, these humble beginnings, right? And just that positive mindset. It just goes to show right there the power of the mind. Jordan, thank you for that really heartwarming story. We appreciate it. It's awesome.